Pamela's Plant-Based Kitchen. It's the end of the week and it's time to have a really comforting meal for Friday evening. So it's a rainy day and it just seems like a good day for soup and a treat. So that's what we're going to talk about, a healthy treat and a yummy soup. So I want to show you the soup first of all that we have made, and we have already cooked it. It's right here in the pan, and this is a white bean and Yukon Gold potato soup. It's made with leeks. So if you've never cooked with leeks before, I encourage you to do that. This took 2 medium leeks, and a leek is a long, kind of a milder onion taste vegetable. You cut it down the center and you wash the center out because it can attract a lot of gravel or dirt or sand because of the way it grows in the ground. And then you chopped it finely. We sauteed it with a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we added to that about 10 medium potatoes that we peeled and we diced up and put into our container with some vegetable stock. So we sauteed that with our vegetable stock, and then we added a can of cannellini beans. So when I get cannellini beans or any type of beans in a can, I look for something that doesn't have a high sodium content, and I also look on the can to make sure it says non-BPA, because we don't want to eat things out of a BPA tin. That would not be good for us. So this fits the needs. We took it, we rinsed it, we added it to this. This has been simmering for about an hour. So we're going to take our immersion blender and we're going to semi-puree this in the mixer here, just to give it a little bit of a creamier texture. So we're going in here with our immersion blender and the vegetable stock that we have in here, and the leeks and the potatoes and the beans. We still want to leave texture in here because it'll be really pleasant to eat it with a little bit of texture. So we're not going to make it completely pureed. This is about the texture that I want it to have. And so as you can see, it thickened up a lot by doing that. It added a lot of thickness to it. And I also wanted to mention that some of the seasonings that we used a dash of red pepper. I like just a kick of spice, not too much, just a hint of it. I used some herbes de Provence. That's a French herb mix. I put a little bit of my ground Italian herbs, a little bit of sea salt, and a little bit of ground pepper, and a sprinkle of thyme. I also used some miso, which is an organic paste that you can put into the soup. I just put about a tablespoon in. It adds a lot of nutrition to the soup. So here we have our very comforting potato and white bean soup made with homemade vegetable stock, and on the top of that we are going to add a little bit of parsley just to give it some flavor and color. And I did put a splash of Bragg's liquid aminos. I like to add that just a touch, and this is an example of my homemade vegetable stock. So every time I peel carrots or potatoes or onions or garlic or any type of vegetables, I keep that in a little bag, and once a week I cook that down and make some vegetable stock, strain it down, and I use that for the base in the soup to add a little more nutrition. So the next thing we're going to show is our little treat for the week. So how many of you like blueberries? I happen to love blueberries. Look how big and juicy these blueberries look. I used to tease my daughter that she had big blue eyes because we went blueberry picking right before she was born. So we're going to have a blueberry dessert. I'm going to pull it out of the oven now. This is a blueberry galette. And so there's not a lot of ingredients in it. So if you have a pie crust that you make up, or if you want to use a puff pastry, if you read the ingredients on the puff pastry, you can find one that is not made with animal fat. You have to be very careful which one you get. So either a homemade pastry or a puff pastry that's not made with animal fat. So what we did is we took 3 cups of fresh blueberries. You can use frozen, but if you have the fresh ones, why not use the fresh ones? And to that we added the zest of 1 lemon, the juice of 1 lemon, which came out to about 1.5 tablespoons, and we added 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch as a thickener, and then only half a cup of some organic Merino pure cane sugar. This is a lot better for you than the processed white sugar, and this is a lot more natural. It has a little bit of a brown color. So we stirred that together with the blueberries, put it inside of the crust, folded the crust over. It's like a rustic pie, and then we baked it at 350 for 45 minutes. And that's all there is to it. So bon appetit. I hope you enjoy our little white bean, potato, vegetable stock, and leek puree soup with parsley, and also a blueberry and lemon galette. I hope you will try it. I hope you will enjoy it, and have a nice evening. Thank you.